My name is Nasra Mohamed. I'm a counselor, a mental health advocate, and a corporate wellness coach. I'm also the founder of Fruition Consult, which is a digitally based counseling service and a corporate wellness consultancy firm. At my organization, we help employers, or rather managers, to create a mentally safe environment for their workers, because it has been established that the workplace has a great effect on the mental health of the employees. And so if the environment is toxic, it causes a lot of mental health issues, physical ailments, and lack of work-life balance. So I help organizations to bridge that gap and to help them be more empathetic towards their workers, so that everyone can lead a more fruitful or fully functioning life. What prompted me to start my organization? I'm a counselor and I'm in the mental health field for close to a decade now, and I've seen that a lot of people go through so much problems, and they have anxiety, they have work-related depression, and I realize most problems stem from the workplace. And especially during the pandemic, there's been a big realization that working from home has brought about a lot of during the pandemic there was a new norm, and that is remote work. One of them is remote working, and people realized that working from home was much better for them, especially for their mental health, than working in the office. And this opened a can of worms, and people try to understand why this is the case. And it has been shown that in the offices or at the workplace, the organization usually doesn't set a mentally health or psychologically safe environment for the employees, and people suffer. They go through so much. This affects their private lives. When there's no work-life balance, when someone goes through depression, anxiety, and all those psychological issues, it affects them badly, and in the end it affects how they work, their performance. And this of course needed to be addressed, and so that's how my work came into fruition. I decided to bridge that gap because I saw a huge hunger there, and so that's what I do. I bridge the gap between organizations and the employees, trying to humanize the workplace, try to make it more approachable, more healthy, because we spend most of our time at the offices, from the morning you wake up until the evening you come back into the house. You've spent most of your time at the workplace than your home. And so this is how Fruition Consult came into being. So who are my beneficiaries? Of course, the two main beneficiaries here is the organization and the employees, because once your employees are affected negatively, when their psychological well-being is affected, you won't get, work won't be done, the performance will go down, there'll be a lot of absenteeism because people end up getting sick. And of course this gives a bad rep for your company. When your work culture is negative, you won't be able to retain employees, and so this of course will affect you negatively, and your productivity levels will go down. And also with the employees, when they are in a mentally safe environment, they're able to work properly, do good work, they are more happier, they become more enriched, they enjoy their job well, and so it's a win-win situation for both parties. The biggest highlight of my work has to be the program that I created, that most of my clients use to create a mentally safe environment for their employees, because this program has enabled managers to reap the benefits of it, and of course the employees to have a better work-life balance. And of course I'm so passionate about that, and I'm glad that it's being used to make corporations and organizations realize that your workers are not they're not just workers, they're human beings. They're people's daughters or people's brothers and husbands. And of course, when you put the human approach in how you do your work, everything changes. As we all know, the pandemic really changed everything. It changed how we work, how we go to school, how we run our day-to-day activities. It has made us realize that it's possible to do a lot with minimum physical contact, and that has its own advantages and of course disadvantages. But again, as human beings, we are very quick to adapt, and so we have used the new norm to our advantage. And one way that I've been able to continue with my work properly even post the pandemic is of course use of social media, to keep in touch with my clients. This has enabled me to have a good relationship, a good rapport with my clients, so they keep on coming back for my work. I use social media to advocate for mental health wellness. We use Zoom to facilitate webinars and conducting trainings online. I'm here in Kenya, but I can conduct a training for people who are in India or in Dubai. All this has been made possible because of accepting and embracing the new norm. And this is what we focus on at Fruition Consult, to get with the program and of course adapt and move on. Where do I see myself in the next 5-10 years? Of course, I see myself working internationally. I hope to broaden my wings, make Fruition Consult worldwide, or make it international. And of course, be able to work with different stakeholders, continue with my advocacy work, because I want us to reach a point where we can talk about mental health the way we talk about every other sickness, the way we talk about diabetes, or the way we talk about malaria and all that. I don't want mental health to be taboo in the next 5-10 years. I want people to take control of their lives and realize that it's not really the end of the world. It's just that you've been affected by a problem, and every problem has a solution, and there's help. And and in my field of work, which is in the corporate world, I hope that I'll be able to be a major cause for companies and corporations to realize that not to treat their employees as if they're easily replaceable, to realize that these people are human beings. They work for you, they help you, and of course if people are helping you, you have to help them as well. You have to take care of them holistically, take care of their health, take care of their mental health, make sure that they're comfortable, and realize that it's not just it's not just about work. Work has to involve some form of compassion. It has to involve empathy and all that. I deserve to be a Zuri alumni because as Zuri Foundation, I know that you celebrate women who do spectacular work, and I believe that I have done outstanding work. I'm very passionate about my work. I love what I do, and of course I believe that you empower women, and I do that as well. I empower women in my work. I have a WhatsApp group of close to 100 women where we do weekly free sessions. I offer free sessions to them. We do webinars. We talk about different psychological issues that affect women, sexual reproductive health. And this WhatsApp group has been running to close to it will be 2 years this December. It's called Elevate Her Mind Hub, and it's such a beautiful platform for me because I feel like I'm empowering women. They're learning and unlearning, and I'm also learning from them, and so I feel like your perspective on how you carry out your work in your beliefs and all that is the same as mine, and so I believe that I'll be a great addition to the alumni fraternity. This year's International Women's Day theme is Embrace Equity. And in line in the work that I do, which is in the mental health industry, is to talk about the importance of, the easy access to mental health interventions for everybody, regardless of your gender, social economic background, your religious affiliations. Those things shouldn't matter in accessing these important resources, because it has been realized that in sub-Saharan Africa, getting help in mental health department is rather something that is, for the rich or for the wealthy of the society, for the privileged in the society, and no one realizes that mental health crosses all boards. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, which class you belong to. It will affect you, just like it will affect anybody. And so that's what I do, and that's what I'm passionate about, is to do this advocacy work to make sure that these interventions are provided to everybody, and that we should hold the government accountable for the kind of policies they formulate or they put in place, and that's what I do at the background of my work. And hopefully we'll be able to work with different stakeholders to make this happen